It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind of life. Things happen so fast in today's world that we take for granted the conveniences that surround us. Cell phones, air conditioning, satellite TV. Ultimately, we would not be able to afford any of these luxuries if our country did not have a safe and dependable food supply. Pleasant Hope is a rural community just north of Springfield, Missouri. Many of the townspeople rely on agriculture as a source of income. Agriculture is diverse in Pleasant Hope with a variety of operations such as beef cattle, swine, and poultry. One of the more prominent enterprises in Pleasant Hope is dairy cattle. Starstruck Farm is a small dairy operated by Dean and Stacy Doley just outside of town. It's a relatively new farm, but they are already making a name for themselves as a premier producer of Jersey cattle nationwide. The Doleys pride themselves on being good stewards of the environment, taking excellent care of their animals, and providing clean, quality milk for local consumers.
It's about 3,200 pounds every other day. So our cows are giving approximately, the Jerseys are giving about 50 to 60 pounds of milk a day, and then the Holsteins are giving about 80 to 100 pounds of milk a day. So that's about equivalent to 90 cups of milk. We had to sign an affidavit with our co-op saying that we would not use RBST. But the great thing about that is that all cows have that naturally occurring protein called BST, which helps them produce milk. So without that protein, they wouldn't produce any. You have to take care of the cows in order to produce milk. We have to make sure that they have a good nutritious diet, which we have a nutritionist that visits the farm every month to develop that ration for those cows. So actually, if you take a look at it, we have dietitians in our, we go to the doctor and the doctor says we need to eat, 5 servings of vegetables a day or have 3 servings of dairy. We really don't do that. So actually our cows are getting a better balanced diet than we are.
Before the milk ever leaves the farm, it goes through many tests for antibiotics, cell count, and hormones to ensure that the milk is of the highest quality before it reaches store shelves. Food safety is very important to dairy farms, and farms in general, because their reputation and the amount they are paid is all at stake.
Basically surprise inspections. We never know when they're going to show up. Usually it's about every 3 months. We're definitely inspected at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a year by the state inspector, and then we're also inspected by a federal inspector as well, and those are all. But we have less cows than we did back in the 1960s, but we're producing more milk than what we did back in the 1960s. So that's very important as far as dairy farmers to continue with those genetics and with technology, because the world's population is continuing to grow as well. So
from the cornfields in Kirksville,
to the potato fields in Idaho,
to the orange groves in Florida,
to the cattle ranches of Texas,
and all the hard-working producers in Pleasant Hope. Modern farmers are doing much more today than planting their crops and reaping their harvest. As the population of the world grows, farmers must be adaptive to change, embracing science, technology, and lessons from history to increase their yields and keep the world fed.
In 1940, a farmer fed 19 people. Today, a farmer feeds 155 people.
Americans are currently enjoying the cheapest food prices in the world. For every dollar earned, only 10 cents is spent on food.
Every day, farmers work hard to put food on your table.
Next time you sit down for a meal, think how fortunate you are to have an abundance of food available at affordable prices.
In Pleasant Hope, we are proud to have a small role in bringing this food to you.